Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Boys and girls, non-binary, gender fluid, everyone in between, welcome back to my channel. So if this is your first time here, my name is John and I'm a full-time artist. If you just finished part 1, welcome back. So with the last part of the video, I've showed you all the works that I've made in the past year. If you haven't seen that video, you can click the link right here to check that video out. So this part of the video will be about all the works that I've made prior to the year of me working as a full-time artist. I'm going to talk through all the works that I've made in college or high school if you're from America, and also in art university right here in London. So this is actually 10 years worth of my life. So I'm going to randomly pick through my hard drive and see what I have and share it with you guys. Without further ado, we're going to jump right in this video. Now I am on my laptop. I am scared, but I'm excited to show all of you guys, and I kind of want to look back as well. So I'm going to plug it in. All right, let's go. So this is from a GCSE project that I did. This painting was actually huge. I think it was about 2 meters wide by 150. Oh, this was done in acrylic. I guess for someone who was doing GCSEs, that is pretty good. Let's look at A-level. I took a picture of my art teacher's dad and I just put it into Photoshop and created this effect and painted that. That was pretty cool. And then this is an installation piece. I was really inspired by Francis Bacon, so I was doing something really grim. This is like in a squash court at my school, and I have these like films projecting on the back wall. I was really inspired by like art films in the 80s, and I was trying to recreate that kind of feel to it. You could also see like a little skull painting on the back of the installation. I was looking into traditional paintings and how skulls were used as a symbol for vanities. But yeah, this is a piece about my self-identity, and I felt like I was in a box. Well, that's a simplified version of it. And this is my art teacher's daughter. I was really inspired by this artist called Godfried Helwen, and I think that's how you pronounce the name. So he did a lot of painting of young girls being drenched in blood, and I was just really inspired by that. I was a massive emo when I was at school, so this makes sense. And then here are some observational drawings that I did. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is an oil painting that I did for A-level, the final year of A-level. I was looking at a lot of like mouth imageries and also like surrealisms. You can't really see it, but these are like eyeballs inside the mouth. The whole concept was about looking into yourself. So this is another drawing that I did of Fiona, so the girl in the painting. And then some more observational drawings of the mouth and the girl. I think I'm gonna move on to mouth. So this is the mouth painting that I did. There was a competition in Bournemouth University and I entered, and the prize was to have your work supersized on billboards around the UK. There were actually 10 of us, so here are all the contestants. God, I look like such a twink.
Daddy, chill.
Let's look at Danica. Danica is my best friend. We met actually in art school in foundation. Oh, I did a painting of her. So you can see like most of my paintings before were super photorealistic. A lot of people love photorealism paintings. I used to as well. I was really enjoying doing them. At the same time, I think now on my journey, I really wanted to do something that are creative and not really just copying image pixels by pixels. So this is the painting installed, and I had an exhibition in Hong Kong with my friends. So this is another painting that I showed during that time. I painted myself naked. These are some bondage handcuffs and chokers around the painting, and the viewers can come in and just draw on the painting as they wish. I was really inspired by this performance artist called Marina Abramovich. She used to do all these like performances, and she would let people draw on her body and do whatever they pleases to her in the gallery. The work was called Rhythm Zero if you're interested, and it's really powerful work. I learned about her in art school, and I think that's one of the things that was so great about art school is you get to see all of these artworks you don't normally see. Well, if someone were to post a picture of her like in the gallery space, like I don't think many people would like it because most of the people don't really have time to read all the captions and really truly understand something. So for me to study art, that was something really valuable for me. So I'm gonna move on to the foundation folder. This was the year that you would do before the 3-year course in art school. So for foundation, I did a lot of conceptual works. I got to understand what conceptual art was. That was a really cool experience because I didn't think that art could be anything else besides drawings or paintings. So here are 2 DVD players, and both were playing a conversation. So on the left side of the DVD player, I was playing a conversation that I recorded of my friends having a conversation in the kitchen. They wasn't aware that I was recording them. So on the right side, what I did was I listened to the conversation and I transcribed it into a script, and then I gave it back to them and have them reenact the whole conversation, and that is the audio on the different side.
I thought he was calling my pile of unclean things like a jungle. I thought he was calling my pile of unclean things like a jungle, like like this junga. No, it's like dish junga, the junga of the dish. No, like this junga. No, it's like this junga, the junga of the dish.
This might sound completely insane, but I was really interested in the theatricality of reality and also the power of reenactment. Okay, so I can't really find the video for this work. What I did was I cast the face of a person with plaster, and then I recorded my friend talking. I told her to say, help me, and then just moan in pain, and projected her face onto the plaster cast. And what I did was I put a bunch of different like weapons outside the room. So I have like knives, hammer, blah, blah, blah. And on top there's an instruction list that says choose a weapon, execute and place weapons back. So what I did was I invited the audience to interact with the plaster cast and see what they would do. And you can see like people was like hammering the face. It's the same idea as the painting that I was showing you of letting the people interact with your art, and I was really fascinated by the idea. Oh, and I also recorded the conversations. I recorded the conversation that people had inside the space, and with some people saying how disturbing it was, and some people just found it super fun. And I made that conversation into an art piece as well. So it's kind of like a critique of how people react to violence, and I just wanted to have people seeing their reactions on paper. Oh, and this piece was so fun. I created like this massive column with plaster again. I painted it black. There's some like faces and like feet popping out like that. When the light is off, when you go into the room, you know the liquid from glow sticks? So I threw those liquid after activated onto the installation, and people were invited to go inside. Okay, I'm gonna move on to some other stuff. I'm just gonna click some random projects and see what they are. I wrapped a bunch of Bible in condoms. So there were so many things in the Bible that were against my community and my identity. Because I'm a Roman Catholic and I'm gay, so I was making a statement with this piece of work. So the idea was about filtering out stuff from the Bible. And then this is like a similar concept. And I cut out these negative and positive words and put them in these pills shells. So this is a statement of how you can pick positive and negative words and meanings from the Bible, and yeah, also and choose to intake them. Oh, and I took a picture of a piece of jello. So with this piece of work, it was a long durational performance work where I put my body through this piece of mirror that I've cut. I was kneeling. I told myself to endure this whole process for as long as I can. So I think it went for about 4 hours until I felt like I was about to pass out. So this was the piece of work that I was commenting on my shame of being myself. So yeah, I was doing a lot of art that was based on my self-identity then. And these kind of work really helped me to overcome my insecurity around my identity. So I think that was the reason why I was doing them. So I'm going to show you a piece of work that is very technological. It was a commissioned piece by a company called Frontier. So it's kind of like a competition / commission projects that we were doing. What I did was I recorded the employee saying the name of the company, and I have translated that audio file into sound waves. So yeah, this is like the form of the sound wave. And then what I done was I combined all of these sound waves together to make this sculpture, and then it was 3D printed. Then this was the result. So I'm going to wrap up soon, so I'm going to show you this last piece. So at the end of the degree for my Fine Art University course, we have to do a show, and this is the last work that I did. So for my thesis, I was writing about the effect of the digital image and also the effect of dreams and how there's a possible correlations between the two. And I found out that with dreams, it helps you to deal with stressful situations, and I was really trying to explore that idea. So I recorded my friends and family talking about the most bizarre dreams that they ever had. I'm wondering if I can find some video for this work. Oh, I found it. Oh, so these are the film footage of my friends and family talking. And this is the complicated bit. So then I have these videos placed on top of a playable game that I made. It was inspired by their dreams, and basically the game recreates the dream experiences that they had. So yeah, this is one of the footage. You can choose to look around the environment and you have to follow the person that's in front of you. And then you get to walk around the landscape and just explore different places. But there's an overarching narrative to all of these games, so you can't really go off course too much. So in this dream, my friend was a superhero and they're trying to defeat this water ball thing. So I created this very comfortable lounge chair that people can lie on, and they were given an Xbox controller and they can play the game whilst watching the film at the same time. So it created this two parallel reality. So that was all the works that I managed to find today. I might not have been able to explain all the concepts properly because that would just make the video super long, but I hope that you get an idea of what I used to make. If you have seen part 1 of this video, which I talked about the works that I make nowadays, you will see the big difference. And I think I know why, and I want to be honest about this. As you know, in today's world, we have to pay rent, we have to pay bills, we need to buy food to feed ourselves. We need money. And when I was in art school, I didn't think about any of that stuff. I didn't go into art school and want to make art because it will make me more money. I just felt so passionate about making art, and as I've mentioned in the video, I used it to understand myself better and the world better, and that's what I wanted to do. And I didn't have the pressure to make work and present it in the way that is best for people online. That's just something that wasn't on my mind. However, now that I'm working as a full-time artist, which I'm so lucky to be doing, there was just no way for me to make any works like that and make it sustainable for myself. That's the kind of work that I love seeing at art galleries and museums, and with this pandemic happening, there's just not much chance for me to do that kind of stuff. And there's not much of it online either, and it's just not the same experiencing it. If you are also a fan of conceptual art, I hope that you enjoyed my work watching this video and experiencing it through this way. And if this is the first time you are hearing and learning about conceptual art, I hope that you feel inspired and that you'll see that art doesn't need to look a certain way and it doesn't need to make money in order for it to be valued. So I have some exciting news to share. I'll be teaching a class on Class 101. It is an online learning platform for creatives. I'll be teaching a class and walking you through my process in creating my 3D black and white gouache painting. I'll be walking you through values, anatomy of the face, and also things that is going to help you with your painting skills. If you're interested in this class, please sign up on the website. You'll get notified as soon as the website goes live. And also you'll get an early discount. Finally, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I don't know why I feel bad about mentioning this, but I have a Patreon. So if you'd like to support me as little as £2 per month, that would really help me out. And if it's anything above that, I'm thinking about sharing some exclusive content once we have enough people interested. It might be behind the scenes videos and pictures of the works that I'm making. Maybe I'll give some advice about your work, or I'll talk about more of the works that I've done in the past. I'll be so excited and happy to share all of that with you guys. And as always, stay safe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Who do you do it for? What do you do it for? Just the applause, wanna know.